Hey, what's up? Randy Van Patten here in the Drum Vault. Welcome again. Today we're going to talk a little bit about more of a beginner intermediate type lesson. If you're not familiar with this book, it's called Drum Backbeats Encyclopedia. It's a pretty awesome book. I think you could probably still get a hold of it, but I used to teach out of this book back in the day. And what's really cool about it is it has tons of different really cool rhythms between the bass and snare. But what changes in every page is what you're doing with the hi-hat and or ride. So you might be playing quarter notes at one place and then upbeat eighth notes or straight eighth notes, or maybe one and a two and a three and a four and a with the hi-hat, or 1 EN, 2 EN, 3 EN, 4 EN with the ride or hi-hat. So it's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and turn to page, well, it doesn't matter what page because every one of the rhythms are the same, but it's number 7, beat number 7. So if you own the book, by all means, open it up. If you don't own the book, a fancy graphic's going to show up right about now with this rhythm. So it starts out with quarter notes on the downs, 1, 2, 3, 4 with your hi-hat. And then the actual rhythm itself is bass drum and snare, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, a 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So boom, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba. So playing quarter notes on the hi-hat, it just is a pretty straightforward pattern. It's just getting that little 1 end at the end, the double dun dun. And sometimes my foot doesn't want to go dun dun. It goes slow. But let me turn off my old school switchable 58 here. I don't know where my wireless mic is, but I'll find it one day. Anyway, so let's play that. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward beat. I wanted to start off with an easy one because it has some really complex stuff in here as well, which is cool, especially when you're changing up that hi-hat or ride pattern. But the next one, we're going to play the same exact snare and bass, bum bum ba, ba bum ba, ba bum bum ba, but it's shifting the whole feel of it just by just moving that hi-hat to the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and same exact bass and snare pattern, but it's just giving a little bit of a shift so that it's not just a straightforward down beat. It has more of an upbeat, fun flair to it. So let's see how that sounds. So yes, like I said, sometimes with my, I'll go into the story another time, but with my treatments and stuff, my right foot doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. My brain's telling it to do something, and maybe it doesn't react quite possibly as fast as I like it. So I may have a little lag in my bass drum playing, but that's okay. You get the point. So let's try one more. This is actually going to be the easiest, and it's just playing straight eighths on the hi-hat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but it's the same exact bass and snare pattern. So this one makes it a little bit easier because you're kind of landing in some of the same spots as your snare and bass, so it makes it easier to play. And you also, it's almost like giving you this metronome. Then I'll stop talking. Okay, here you go. Let's try it. So that one actually is kind of the most boring, straightforward rock sounding groove. I like the upbeats, to be honest with you. Upbeats kind of have a nice little funk pattern to it. Kind of feels a little bit more groovy, like you're landing into a pocket. So then sometimes maybe it's cool, like now that you've got those 3 down. And again, you can advance in here. Each page might even do eighth notes like that, but change the accent so the accent's landing somewhere else, which again makes a huge difference with dynamics, So, let's just change it up and just try, mixing them up. Maybe you're doing the quarters, then you're doing upbeat ace and all ace. So here's a mix up of that. But you see how my right foot's going and trying to make it. It doesn't want to always play. But so that's a pretty cool thing to try. Let's start with this and see how it goes. Let me know if you like this this lesson, and then if you like it, maybe what I'll do is I'll dig a little deeper and get a little more complicated, and do a little series of some of these progressive rhythms that we change where those hi-hats are landing. It helps build tremendous independence between your limbs. And it's just fun. So again, it breaks you out of that same box of straight quarters or straight eighths. But hope you enjoyed Vanz drumming here. Please check out hashtag Rhythm Cures. It's a Facebook page I have. It's also just a social media hashtag. I'm trying to raise cancer awareness, as you all know. But again, not trying to sell you anything, not doing anything. Just it's a great thing. Share it with other people, and anyone else who's fighting cancer would be wonderful to check out. So hashtag Rhythm Cures, Vanz Drumming, Randy Van Patten here in the vault. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments if you get something out of this. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Later.